It's time to activate your life. All abilities welcome. Changing minds and lives one at a time. All abilities welcome. It's time to activate your
Hi, I'm Terry Kelly. This is about choice, encouraging those who support physical activity to include people of all abilities while allowing people to make their own decision about how to incorporate physical activity into their lives. The Active Living Alliance for Canadians with a Disability is promoting inclusion of Canadians of all abilities into physical activity programs across the country. Being physically active helps in building self-esteem and confidence through participation and social interaction. Such has been the experience of our three guests, as you're about to see. I'd like you to meet Michael Alexander. This is a man with a zest for life and a passion for his two loves, designing sports equipment and participating in extreme sport.
I am a professional welder. Also do a lot of design work, designing equipment for people with disabilities, like sit skis, off-road mountain bikes, and whatever else people need to make their life a little easier. It just seemed like a great thing to do, build something for people that actually need something rather than just somebody wants. How did I have my accident? I was actually mountain biking in Golden, riding with some friends, just going way too fast and just hit a rock or root or something on the side of the trail that I didn't see, which tossed me up into a NASCAR kind of crash, end over end and round, and ended up breaking my neck. I was always inspired by what was possible before my accident, so when it happened to me, it was just, I knew what was possible. It's just kind of motivating myself to get out there and do it.
I see his future, moving forward. Every time he pushes his wheelchair, he's in forward motion. Every time he wakes up, every time he presses the remote control to lower the lift in his van, he's in forward motion. And every time he shows up for physio, that's what he's doing. He's not a quitter. He understands he's part of the earth. The earth just keeps on spinning, and we just have to keep up.
Our next guest is Sonia Wildgart Whitehead. This young 15-year-old girl feels that her physical activities help keep her mobile.
I do swimming, rock climbing, therapeutic riding every Friday. I think it's necessary for me to do a lot of exercises because I live by the motto, kind of use it or lose it. I love doing all the things I do because they're not only fun, they're therapeutic too.
It's very inspiring to see a girl like her be so positive and be involved and really be an inspiration to a lot of the other kids in the group. Her swimming not only affects her and her life goals, but it also affects everybody that she's around and kids who get the opportunity to swim with her and learn from her. And I think that she does a really great job inspiring others.
Oh, Sonia is my joy and inspiration just because she has this fantastic attitude. I mean, she never gets down. I think she was born with that personality. She, some of the things she has to deal with, I would be crushed by.
It's maybe 5 times harder to do the things that other people do in everyday life and take for granted because my legs and my body just don't work the same way other people's do. But I just learned to live with it. My philosophy is take baby steps and you'll generally get there eventually.
I'd like you to meet Alan Nickel. Although Alan's mobility is constantly challenged, he always finds new physical activities to help keep him physically fit.
As bizarre as it may sound, I think a lot of good has come out of me having multiple sclerosis. It has pushed me to do things that I wouldn't have done as quickly as I did them. The sports that I do keep me actively interested in my life. I've always got at least one thing on the go.
So what we want to do when they're getting them physically active is make sure that they have lots of blood flow, that they have improved strength, so that their activities of daily living, such as transfers, are a lot easier.
They put you in a harness, it's like a parachutist harness, and suspend you up over top of this treadmill with some counterweights. Some programmer and some kinesiologist have figured out exactly what that stepping motion should be like, tried to mimic that very well, and it's done a pretty darn good job. It used to be that if my leg spasmed, that it would shut the robot down because it would say, oh, problem, but now we're walking well together. My job was moving to Muskoka Haliburton in Ontario, and I chose to go with the job there. And I thought it might be nice to build a house one day. And I thought, well, geez, maybe I better do that soon because I don't know where this MS thing is going to go. And so we did build a wheelchair accessible passive solar house on a lake. And it was a wonderful experience.
Living with my dad and growing with him has been an opportunity to sort of see my challenges and face them, and to realize that, you know what, if something goes wrong, I'll move on.
These are real stories about real people. With encouragement, the right environment, and a little imagination, you've seen how people of all abilities can benefit through an active lifestyle. I'd like to leave you with my thoughts of the power of the dream. I've always been a dreamer. I will always be a dreamer. I've discovered that the power of the dream gives hope, strength, courage, empowerment, and brings about profound transformation in individuals and groups of people if one simple rule is followed. Honor the dream by taking action.